What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's finna get very interesting. Finna get very interesting. What's going on, man? What's going on? We talking about Kendrick Lamar, Auntie Diaries. I'm gonna start out by saying I'm not gonna take nothing away from the man's talent. Nothing away from his talent. But at the same time, I'm gonna say this. Kendrick Lamar, you tripping. You tripping. But I'm going to explain what is finna happen. Kendrick is taking this to a whole nother level. So y'all need to tap in and share this any way you can. Kendrick is finna take this thing to another level because this is planned. This is strategic. I want y'all to understand this is very strategic. And what Kendrick is about to do, he's pushing the agenda. Okay, I'm going to start out, before I deal with the song, I'm going to start out by saying this. Kendrick Lamar is leaving Top Dog Entertainment for a reason, to push the agenda on full-fledged. Kendrick Lamar's record label or media company is called PG Lang. You heard it, P.G. Lang. Lang as in L-A-N-G. And the Lang stands for language. The P.G. stands for program. Program language. So with that being said, it's only fitting that he would do a song that states, "My auntie is a man now." My auntie is a man now. That's the hook of the Auntie Diaries. Then he finishes it off with saying that his favorite cousin, Demetrius, is Marianne now. What we doing? Yeah, I'm finna give it to you. What we doing? Kendrick Lamar is very with the programming. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. For all y'all children, see, we'll look at it like this. You can look at Kendrick Lamar as a safe bet for your children. That's what they want you to think. The media or the powers that be want you to think that Kendrick Lamar is safe for your children, when he's one of the most destructive rappers ever known to man. Because one of the things that's supposed to happen is, with Kendrick, you look at Kendrick, you'll look at the Migos and see, or your Young Thugs and see they're totally bad. But when you got a guy like Kendrick, you can see that he's pushing the agenda on a whole nother level. And what is happening is, if an influencer like Kendrick Lamar, not only do he say his auntie is a man now, but he said his favorite auntie, who, if you listen to the lines of the verse, he talks about how his auntie who's a man, influenced him to pick up the microphone. This is deep. He's saying his auntie, who he says auntie is a man, has influenced him to pick up the microphone. For more content like this as well, y'all hit the subscribe button on the Deprogram show on YouTube and tap in with me on here. If you don't follow, all 15 of y'all who on here, hit that follow button and I'll follow back. But back to the story. Kendrick Lamar is grooming people to, it's a grooming thing, man. He's grooming the youth. And as a father, I have to speak on it because, and this is another thing. This is part of his web. Throughout the whole album, he cultivates into all the insecurities that people have in life. He touched on all of them, from relationship insecurities, to not having your father. He touched on all that, to having parental issues with your mother. So he builds a bond to hit you with the boom. Now, I've talked to a guy on another live and told him about the Auntie Diaries, and one of the guys' response was, man, Kendrick is my boy. So, but this is the thing, just because Kendrick Lamar is your favorite rapper doesn't mean that you have to push the agenda. And see, Kendrick can rap, but I'm going to say this. I won't be listening to Kendrick no more in a sense of, I listen to the album just to see what kind of promo or what kind of message that he was going to send. And his message was totally to get the people off kilter. Kendrick Lamar is totally sending people out. And I'm going to give y'all a rundown. Kendrick Lamar's first project was called Good Kid, Mad City, stating that he was a good kid in a mad. His point is to be open and look into yourself. Hey, Kendrick Lamar is not just being open. Okay, if that's his point, how can a woman, his auntie who was born a woman, become a man? Let's deal with that. How can your auntie who is born a woman be a man? What his auntie did was chose to live that type of lifestyle. They would call it alternative, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But your auntie is not a man. Your auntie who was born a woman is not a man. And your cousin, Demetrius, is never going to become Mary Ann, regardless of what doctor he goes to. See, this is deep, man. The programming is on a whole nother level. And that's why he's calling himself, bringing a label to the forefront, or a media company to the forefront, called PG Lane. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, these are two of the guys that I know for a fact that I've studied that are very detrimental to the youth, especially Kendrick. Kendrick is taking it to the next level, and he's setting up a play. If y'all notice, Good Kid, Mad City. Then the second CD was to call How to Pimp a Butterfly. And on the cover, he put the White House on the backdrop and put a whole bunch of young black males that Kendrick influenced in the front. And what it shows is a good kid in a mad city could be pimped. And then after he's pimped, the third album was called Damn. This is something deep. Now the fourth album is called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. The Big Steppers and Mr. Morale. So now we're associating Kendrick with having morals and morale, when really your auntie being a man is not morals at all, Kendrick. It's not. But we're going to play like your auntie is a man is something. And he defends his auntie and his cousin at the end of the song. I can't make this up. I don't care who favorite rapper he is. Kendrick Lamar is dead wrong. And any rapper who pushes an agenda is dead wrong. And I'm going to say that again. Kendrick Lamar is dead wrong. And this is strategic because they're pushing this narrative. If you have young children, your young children is being saturated by messages like this. You're getting hung up on one thing, bro. It's so much more on the album. The thing about the album is a draw. He draws you in to hit you across the head. It's the same thing that the enemy does. And the enemy is El Satan. That's just facts. And I know people gonna take up for Kendrick, but hey, I'm just telling you what's real. Because just because your family member makes a bad choice don't mean you gotta take up for him. And I did say a bad choice. That's not conducive. That's not conducive to what's really going. That's not conducive to produce, to keep producing. We are to reproduce. Your auntie being a man is not reproduce. And I'm not talking about his auntie per se. I'm talking about the action and defending the action. Kendrick is giving hearty approval. And Kendrick being a big star is also pushing this message to the youth. That's the most disturbing part. He's pushing it to the youth. And people are loving it. And people are defending him. Hey, I won't defend wrongdoing. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's my mama. If my mama in the wrong, she in the wrong. So you can love Kendrick all you want. If Kendrick wrong and you approve, you in the wrong too. Love is telling somebody they wrong. You don't have to not love them. You can still love them, but tell them, hey, I do not agree with what you are doing. Let me say that again. You can love somebody and tell them, I do not agree with what you're doing. It's wrong. You don't have to accept what somebody do because you love them. Love is telling them the truth. Kendrick Lamar on the Damn Project was very influential in talking about how he found this new truth with the Hebrew Israelites that found out that he was an Israelite. Now he's coming back on this project, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and he's also stated that now he's believing in a tree. Tell me when I'm lying. Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. That's what he stated. But back to the narrative, back to the my auntie is a man. Just think about how a youngster listening to this could draw in and say, now guess what this, and let me go back. This is very important. Kendrick Lamar also stated that this is how we conceptualize human beings. That's how the song started off. This is how we conceptualize human beings. So Kendrick Lamar is conceptualizing a human being through a song where he states, my auntie is a man now. And he also states that his cousin is picking up the torch where his auntie left off. His favorite cousin, Demetrius, is Mary Ann now. So let me ask you this. For all the people who watching and got something to say, would you be cool with a man who looked like me or looked similar or bigger than me going into a room with your daughter saying that he's a woman? Would you be cool with that? Because this is a whole different ball game. The Deprogram show don't cut no chasers. This is a whole different ball game. Because we can defend Kendrick all we want to, but Kendrick Lamar Duckworth is dead wrong. And he's pushing the narrative. And he's going to push it to the top. That's why they're going to reward him by pushing this to the top. This is not subtle. He might not even, let's be honest, he might not even have an auntie who's living that lifestyle, but he's pushing that agenda. And that's what's going to catapult his album to the top, because he didn't have to rap about that. Why did you, out of all the things in the world that you could have rapped about, why did you rap about that, Mr. Duckworth? Why? This is strategic. On your going away album that you knew everyone was anticipating and was going to listen to, you come with this message. Yeah. And it also proves to me that Mr. Duckworth, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, has lollipop tendencies, because you too intelligent to push this message. You getting some game behind it. You do not have to rap about foolishness of this sort. He's a very talented artist. This is strategic, and this is pushed upon your children, just like the Old Town Road. And this is more blatant. Now people saying, not the agenda, it's love your family. Listen to the whole song. So you love your family by taking up for their wrongdoing? Wrong is wrong. And he stated your truth. It's not your truth when it's a lie. Your auntie is never a man. It's not your truth when it's a lie, people. It's not your truth. Your auntie is not a man. Your cousin Demetrius will never be Mary Ann. I don't care what doctor he went to see. Frankly, it's sickening. It's sickening that we will continue to allow these celebrities who have platforms to keep pushing this narrative. If you want to be with who you want to be with, that's on you. But you are not going to keep pushing this narrative, and I'm not going to say nothing. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen because I stand for morals and principles. And now guess what Mr. Lamar just did? By this being the Deprogram show, he got program language. Me and him are in total opposition. That means he's working for the system, people. And he will continue to work for the system. First, he told you, don't kill my vibe. And he told you, don't babysit the alcohol. Get some swimming pool full of liquor. Then you dive in. Then he went on to talk about King Kunta on To Pimp a Butterfly. And he also alluded that he was one of the guys that Tupac was talking about when said he was spark the brain to change the world. So Kendrick, this how you changing the world? Stating that your auntie is a man, which is false. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I don't understand it, man. We gotta tap into something and really get to the root of these issues, man, because we're teaching people that this is okay. This is not okay. And it will never be okay. Because, for one, you have children who are being swayed to go other ways than the way that they was born. I mean, if I were born a male, just because I want to be a female, I'm not the Most High. I don't have control over that, regardless of what doctor I go see. The doctor can't change your emotions. Your doctor can't change that. I don't care what nobody say. The doctor can't change your emotions. Demetrius is Mary Ann now. My auntie is a man. And he goes into lengthy details talking about how his auntie was a player and how he looked up to his auntie, and his auntie was the first person he seen on the microphone. So he's sending a deep message here. It's very layered because Kendrick is a smart dude. But I don't care how smart you is, Mr. Duckworth. You wrong. But just because it's who he is, people are going to defend him. And it's sickening. If you got children, would you be okay with a grown woman, going in the bathroom with your little boy? Because the grown woman, identifies as a man. This is the route that this is finna go. So I hope y'all understand how serious this is. And I don't care who speaks on the wrong. If you on the wrong side, you're on the wrong side. Draw the line in the sand. Whether it be Kendrick Lamar, whether it be a LeBron James, whether it be a Dwayne Wade, whether it be Lil Nas X. You could, if you want to be a homosexual, that's on you. But you, just because you love the same sex, don't change your gender. Your auntie is not a man, and Demetrius is never going to be Mary Ann. Never. Cause I don't get it, man. I don't get why we continue to allow this poison to penetrate our children. And we wonder why. Just think. Right now, we have a lot of emotional children who are going through all kind of turmoils. Now, based on their emotions, they can say, well, I just don't want to be this. I want to be that. And we just going to change whatever you want to be today. You want to be a man today, you could be a man. You want to be a woman tomorrow, you could be a woman. It's whatever. That's what's happening. And nobody's looking at why are they pushing this. And now Kendrick Lamar and PG Lang are finna be to Top Dog Entertainment what Aftermath was to Death Row. Y'all remember I said this. They finna push these agendas, and they finna push them long and hard. And y'all be surprised. Don't be surprised with who Kendrick Lamar signs to his label. Just like the rappers back in the day the rap back in the day was pushed to send you to jail. By the time you're 25 years old, the system is set up for most impoverished human beings to either be dead or serving a 10 to life sentence. I'm going to say that again. The system is set up by the time your brain fully developed at 25 for you to either be dead or be serving a life sentence, 10 to life. And you got guys who are advocating, give them life, give them this, give them that. When you're not understanding what they come through, and they talking about therapy. What kind of, you know how much therapy a child is going to need after he goes through his, say you was to go through your life at 7 or 8 and you feel like I'm supposed to be your opposite sex and you go get the sex change, and then when you get a certain age you realize, well, hey, I shouldn't have did that. You know how detrimental that's going to be? Look at B. Jenner, Bruce. We got to call it for what it is, man. A woman is not going to be a man, and a man is not going to be a woman, regardless of what your actions are. You just trying to change the spectrum to be whatever you want it to be. And this ain't it. And Kendrick Lamar has just joined in and picked his side. I get it. I understand. You push your agenda, you get money. But what does it gain a man to gain the whole world? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? I hope it will worth it, Mr. Duckworth. I hope it will worth it. Subscribe to the Deprogram show on YouTube. Go to TikTok, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, and also tap into the Deprogram show. We will be covering more topics like this. I'm going to touch on J. Cole. Yeah, that Wet Dreams. I'm going to say this on here, but I'm going to do a whole video. The Wet Dreams by J. Cole was to get your children, your innocent child to warm them up to have sex, premarital sex, and continue to the destruction that's already been put in place. Kendrick Lamar is perpetuating destruction on our people, but which he claims he's so down for. We can't keep falling for the okie doke, man. And I don't care who get mad. We can have a conversation, and if you could show me where a woman can become a man, then I'll be quiet. I'm talking about really show. I don't care what you do, what you go to the doctor and do, but your auntie is not a man, and your cousin Demetrius is never gonna be Mary Ann. Mr. Duckworth. This is sick, man. And you got people who are going to ride down the street and their children, they're going to play this for their children. And we got to quit these celebrities who entertain us, who captivate us, who rock us to sleep. We got to wake up. Because now we just accepting foolishness by way of entertainment on a deeper and deeper and deeper level. We got to do better, man. Your Kendrick Lamars, your J. Cole's, all of them. If you stand on the side of wrong, Young Thug, Gunna, now everybody want to holler free Gunna, free Young Thug. If they perpetuated in taking that man's life, then you got to pay the piper. That's another video too. But again, Kendrick Lamar, Auntie Diaries. Your auntie ain't no man, dog. I'm sorry. Your auntie is not a man, Mr. Duckworth. We got to do better, man. We got to quit pushing this image to our people. And I mean people, period. All specs, forms, and all shapes, forms, fashions, and ethnic groups. This is not just one group that I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of everybody. This is detrimental to everybody. Again, would you want your child, a child 7, 8 years old, going in the bathroom, and when they go in the bathroom, or even 9 or 10, they go in the bathroom, if it's a male, he walk in there to a full-grown woman, and she's saying, well, I'm a man. Because I hope y'all ready for this box that's opening up. Hey, man, this is the Deprogram show, where we give you straight facts. And Auntie Diaries by Kendrick Lamar is dead wrong. Hit them comments. If I get enough comments, I'll do another video addressing the comments. Because this is crazy. Again, take nothing away from his talent, but that's why. Because he's so talented, that's why he's going to rock you to sleep. That's what we got to watch out for. Because he's so talented, that's what's going to rock people to sleep. Just because he's talented, don't accept a lie. Hey, man. This is the Deprogram show. I'm your host, RMJR. Tune in on all social. I agree, but I love the album. He was speaking on him accepting his. Listen, okay. With that being said, I'm finna go somewhere right quick. Me myself, and you know me. I ain't gonna call your name on here, but you know me, the Miss Lady who put that comment out. I have a gay sister. My sister's a homosexual. My sister will never be my brother. That won't never be. I love my sister. Talked to her last night. I don't accept the actions, but I love my sister. I don't agree with her actions. I'm not saying for Kendrick not to love his family. I'm saying do not agree with the actions. If the actions is wrong, they wrong. I don't care who it is. If I'm a killer, you can still love me but not accept my actions. That's just what I'm saying. We have to, just because, and these celebrities are pushing this to our children. It's not okay. We are to reproduce. We are not supposed to push this on the youth. Look at Dwayne Wade. Now you got Kendrick Lamar. And they just going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Because he got a good album don't mean we accept falsehood. And he's so good he knows how to massage all our insecurities as a people. And that's what he did on the album. And that's what makes it so good, because he can rap you up. I rap too, so I know how to play these manipulative games with a microphone. That's what Kendrick doing. He's grabbing you. He's grabbing you and captivating you. He's done it since he first came out. J. Cole is the same way. Kendrick will be a safe rapper. But if you look at certain drill rappers, you'll say, no, they talking about kill, kill, kill. When Kendrick is pushing the kill message on the back end. Let's be for real. Let's be honest. Let's be honest and let's be for real. Again, I'm going to make this statement. Would you, if you have a niece and nephew, or if you got a son, would you want your son walking in? Would you want your 8-year-old son walking into the bathroom with Kendrick's auntie, who is a man now, according to Kendrick? This is where it starts. And if we don't stop it, if we just keep accepting it because he can rap, it's gonna get further and further and further down. Because more people are gonna do it. More people are gonna do it. Oh, Kendrick did it, I could do it. I stand on the side of right is right. And people talking about they truth. The truth is the truth. It's the truth, not my truth, your truth. It's the truth, and it's a lie. And Kendrick told a lie. Your auntie is not a man. Period, point blank. My sister is not a man, regardless of the lifestyle they live in. That's your cousin Demetrius is not Mary Ann, regardless of how much money he spent, Kendrick. Man, I'm not surprised, because he's in the spot he's in for a reason. But people will become lovers of falsehood. Come on, man. Really. I just want to know, would y'all accept this? Would you if you accept that song, would you accept? Because guess what? Y'all know what comes after somebody walking in the bathroom with a child who's identifies the same sex as the child and is not. If I'm sick enough to say I'm a woman and walk into a bathroom with little girls, or walking to the bathroom with grown women because I identify as a woman, what else you think I do in my mind? That's where it starts. I ain't gonna go too deep because I know how sensitive this social media junk is. But I said a mouthful already. Kendrick, again, he dead wrong. He dead wrong. And I don't like the album because I understand the total package. Not to say that it's not musically, It's a good album. But morally, it's corrupt. Because if I tell you 99% of the truth, I still told you a lie. I'm going to say that again. Morally, and he's calling it Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. If I tell you 99% of the truth, I told you a lie. And my auntie being a man is a lie. Kendrick, that's a lie. It's just a flat out lie, a bald faced lie. Or if you got a beard, it's a bearded lie. We got to do better than what we're doing, man. And again, I won't support anything that's detrimental to people. I don't care who it is. And you ask me why I feel so strongly about it, answer that question. And that's answered it. Because as parents, I'm a father. As a parent, I have to protect my child. As a parent, you should want to protect your child, whether it be a rapper, movie star, or someone across the street. Whatever, you should speak out. Wrong is wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And it's one truth. It's not your truth, my truth. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody who tapped into this live. Y'all go over to the Deprogram show on YouTube where I will be uploading this later and check out more content. The Deprogram show on YouTube, go subscribe and you will get more content. Again, to Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, your auntie is not a man now. Not now, not ever. And your cousin Demetrius will never be Mary Ann. Not now, not ever. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. All it takes is one to have a conversation. And I feel like we had a conversation that needs to be put out to the public. Again, this is sad. And then again, Kendrick Lamar album is not up to par because he's pushing a message that's just detrimental to the people. And he's calling it Mr. Morale. If you accept that as morale, you're accepting a lie. You see how this go? You see how this go? If you accept what Kendrick Lamar is putting out as morale, you will accept a lie. We gone, man.